While on their way to Washington, our heroes were stopped by Captain Wrong-Way Peach Fuzz, who had just misplaced his jet plane.
Misplaced nothing. There it is, coming right at us.
Hey, that's right, Bullwinkle.
Yeah, but...
Sure is.
Yeah, but...
You got a pretty sharp eye there, fella.
Yeah, but...
He's right, Bullwinkle.
Will you for the cry-eye stop agreeing with me and move over? Boy, you fellers almost agreeabled yourselves under a tombstone.
But you were right, Bullwinkle.
You sure were.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly slowed the old show up, didn't we?
And, Captain, you were just about to tell us why you wanted to see us.
Well, let me see if I can find the memo. Ah, here it is.
Why are you tearing it up, Captain?
It's secret, Rocky.
But you tore it up before you read it.
I know, it's top secret.
I'll say it is. Now we'll never even know who it was from.
Sure we will.
Who?
It was from me.
Then why write a memo?
Well, what's the use of knowing a secret if you can't tell somebody?
But you sent the memo to yourself.
I know, it's a secret.
If we come by this station again, I'd like to get off.
Anyway, the memo said you're supposed to come with me to McKeesport, PA, for a special job.
Right.
So let's go. I got a map right here.
But, Captain...
We'll pick up native bearers outside of Scranton.
Captain...
There's a friendly farmer near Gettysburg who'll let us stay the night.
He should. We paid his rent for 8 years.
But, Captain...
Then onward toward Wilkes-Barre and...
Captain! This is McKeesport, PA.
It is?
Look at the sign on the station.
I could have sworn I was landing in Skeenatolis.
But why should the government want us to go to McKeesport, PA?
Probably because it's situated at the confluence of the Monongahela and Yongi rivers.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, I just like the names. Monongahela, Yongi.
But as they walked toward the center of town, the good captain did start to tell why they were there. As you remember, the country was facing intellectual ruin because its brainiest eggheads and double-domes were reverting to being stupid clodpoles and addlepates. For instance, at a Florida missile base...
Ready for launching?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Go on, Professor.
I forgot what comes after 2.
You forgot?
Well, it's hard counting backwards.
But, Professor, what about the launch?
My mama packed it in the brown paper bag.
And in a kindergarten class...
Now, Johnny, what is this?
Doggy.
Good. Susie, what is this? Kitty. Good. Now, Dr. Smallhausen, what is this?
Wait, don't tell me. Could it be maybe a goldfish?
As a result of this strange malady, U.S. brain power was lagging badly. Hartford University had to cancel its commencement when it found that the chancellor had signed all the diplomas with an X.
But, sir, why with an X? It's prettier than a Z.
But what's all this got to do with us being in McKeesport, PA?
Well, I'll tell you, Rocky, it's...
Yes?
It's time for ding-dong school. And the captain dashed into a nearby television sales room, plunked himself down before a set, and refused to budge.
Bullwinkle, it's happened to Captain Peach Fuzz. Whatever it is, he's got it.
You mean he's had it?
Apparently so. Well, does this mean that the boys are stranded permanently in McKeesport, PA?
What a way to die!
Things should be clearer next time in McKeesport on the Prod or the Pennsylvania Poker.
A young man should have 3 things: money, good looks, and a sense of humor. In that order. Alden Farquhar had the good looks and the sense of humor.
Gosh, I'm handsome.
You see what I mean? But when it came to money, he was woefully lacking.
Gosh, I'm poor.
But money isn't everything. Alden was constantly besieged by a bevy of beautiful maidens, and he laughed easily at anything and everything.
Ouch!
It was while he was strolling through the kingdom one day that his life took the wrong turn on the freeway, for up ahead a dark figure was bent over pulling weeds, and pinned on the back of that dark figure was a sign that said,
Kick me and get a surprise.
Alden couldn't resist. He booted.
Ow! Mother of pearl, I kicked a witch.
You know what I do to young men who boot me? I cast a spell on them.
But my name is Alden Farquhar.
From this day on, you'll be as ugly as all get out, and you will remain ugly until the day that a fair maiden kisses you.
Well, you couldn't get much more ugly than what Alden became. He was beastly looking.
Oh, boy. Now what am I going to do? I lost my looks, my sense of humor.
Ah, but that third commodity, the one he had always lacked, suddenly came his way.
Oh, don't eat me, Ogre. Please don't eat me.
What are you talking about? I just had lunch.
If you don't eat me, Ogre, I will remunerate you.
What does that mean?
I'll give you money.
Oh.
And the poor, frightened man showered golden coins at Alden's beastly feet. By sundown, 43 passers-by had passed by Alden and donated to the cause.
I'm rich. Now I can live in the manner to which I'm unaccustomed.
The first thing on his list was an abode to dwell in.
Yes, sir. That castle up on the hill, that's for sale. I'll tell you what, buddy. If you don't eat me, I'll let you have it for cheap.
Well, like for how cheap?
Well, how about for nothing?
The price was right, so Alden moved in. Then he settled down to a life of luxury, and every hour, on the hour, he counted his money.
22 million?
It was the same old story. Whenever he wanted to bolster or replenish his monetary supply, he simply walked through the streets of a nearby village shouting,
Yoo-hoo! It's me, Alden! I've come to eat you!
Inside of a year, Alden was a millionaire 10 times over. It was just about that time that the old witch whom Alden had kicked received a group of visitors.
10 beautiful maidens? What could you possibly want from me?
Can you tell us what happened to Alden Farquhar?
That name rang a bell. And sure enough, there on page 462 of her income tax report was the story of how she had changed Alden into a beast, which was deductible.
Then the beast that lives in the castle is really our beloved Alden.
Yes, and all you have to do is kiss him. That'll break the spell, and I'll no longer be able to claim him as a dependent.
That evening, Alden sat before a fire pasting $1,000 bills in a scrapbook when suddenly...
I have come to kiss you, Alden, and return you to your former handsome self.
Then Alden realized that he would lose his livelihood if he were no longer a beast.
Stop! Don't take another step.
Let me take you away from all this.
He made faces guaranteed to frighten anyone, but the damsel was dedicated. He sought refuge in the castle basement.
Kiss me, my fool.
Off he went, seeking someplace devoid of kissing females. But no matter in which room he ran, he always found a puckered damsel waiting. Finally, on the castle roof...
They've got me outnumbered, but they'll never find me up here.
Let's play post office, Alden. How about spin the bottle?
Halt and desist. Pursue me one step more, and I shall fling myself over the parapet.
But, Alden, there's no water in the moat.
Who cares? I can't swim anywhere.
Well, we can't let you throw your life away.
Then you'll leave me?
We love you, Alden, but not enough to hurt you.
Well, I'm glad you've come to your senses. Farewell.
Farewell. Well, aren't you going to kiss us goodbye?
Yes, I suppose it's the least I can do.
Ah, the wiles of the female.
What have I done? Or rather, what have you done?
Thus Alden Farquhar once more became handsome. He also got back his sense of humor. But the money ran out, and he also became penniless again.
Yoo-hoo, it's me, Alden. I've come to eat you.
As before, that call brought immediate response, only this time the villagers threw garbage, not money.
I don't want to be handsome. I want to be ugly and rich. I want to be a beast again.
And so, dear friends, if ever you're bending over pulling weeds and someone gives you a good solid pick, don't be too harsh on him. It may be Alden Farquhar.
Well, in our last episode, Captain Peachfuzz was about to explain to our heroes just why they were in McKeesport, PA, when suddenly...
It's time for ding-dong school.
That's no reason for being in McKeesport, PA.
Bullwinkle, you don't understand. Captain Peachfuzz has suddenly turned stupid.
That wasn't a turn, more of a slight veer.
Nevertheless, the captain plunked himself down in front of a TV set and couldn't be budged.
But we still don't know why we're here.
Why are any of us here, Rock?
Well, I think there's plenty dirty work afoot around here.
Yeah, must be the coal dust.
Yeah. Come look at these footprints.
Sure enough, a mysterious set of footprints led away from the point where the good captain had succumbed to a case of the galloping dumbs.
Let's follow them, Bullwinkle.
Why?
Because the good guys always follow footprints to find the bad guys.
If I was a bad guy, I'd walk on my hands.
Oh, come on.
And the plucky squirrel whipped out a large magnifying glass and began to trace the mysterious prints. Little did he know that they had been made by his old nemesis, Boris Badenov, who at that moment lay in wait with a strange-looking object beside him.
I resent that, darling.
Not you, Natasha. He means the gas gun.
So that's what that object was, a gas gun.
See, Boris, you told him.
Who cares? We got it made now.
What's this all about?
I thought you'd never ask. Come with me. Now we go through the magic of the 4-second cross dissolve to the little country of Pennsylvania.
Little but mean.
Gentlemen, we must find a way to make the name of Pennsylvania feared and hated throughout the world.
Yeah. You said it, fearless leader.
But why? Why? Look at it this way. Does Pennsylvania have any raw materials?
No.
Do we make things?
No.
Do we have any art or culture?
No.
What is the only thing we got plenty of?
Nothing.
No. Mean. We have more mean per square inch than other countries have in a square mile.
And so?
So we got to export mean to every other country.
But to do that?
Yes, Pennsylvania will declare war on everybody.
But anybody could beat us.
Yes, besides being mean, we're all cowards.
Tut, tut, gentlemen. Here is the genius of my plan.
Hooray!
Not yet, Gerhardt. I tell you when. We'll declare war on everybody, but we won't tell anybody. Now, Gerhardt.
Hooray!
Now, everybody.
Hooray!
And so Pennsylvania set to work to develop a secret weapon to end all secret weapons.
How about this death ray machine, Phyllis Leader?
Let's see. You idiot, it doesn't even faze them.
Thank goodness.
What?
I mean, thank badness. Eventually, though, the ultimate weapon was discovered.
Yes, gentlemen, I call it goof gas.
Goof gas?
Yes, one whiff, you're completely stupid.
Let's test it. Gerhardt, take a sniff.
Smells good.
Now, Gerhardt, do you think I'm the handsomest, kindest man in Pennsylvania?
Of course not. You're a mean, ugly schnook.
Put that man under arrest!
And poor Gerhardt was hauled off to solitary confinement.
My boy, your goof gas is a success. Gerhardt turned into a complete idiot.
But his answer was right, fearless leader. You are a mean, ugly schnook.
Of course, but nobody but an idiot would tell me so.
True.
Well, then, what country do we turn into nitwits first?
Let's pick an easy one. The US of A.
Hold it. We can't go on with this.
Why not, Badenov? He's too cruel and mean?
No.
It's inhuman?
No.
It's expensive?
Not even that.
Then what?
It's the end of the episode.
And so it is, but we'll reveal the rest of the fiendish plan next time in Harebrained Boris or the Dumb Bunny.
And now for the educational part of our program.
Don't say that or nobody'll watch.
Anyway, here's Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, friends. Today we take up the problem of how to have a hit record. First, it is necessary to make a record. That part's easy. Oh, palooty-dooty-bitty, rodo-so-titty-fo, zoot. See? But next, you gotta have it played by a top-flight disc jockey. And there's one now. Disc Dawson. Hello, Disc Dawson. You're my favorite DJ. Would you like to hear my latest hit?
No, I'd like you to hear my latest hit.
Sounded more like a hit and run. Now, you may think I'm discouraged, and I am, but the essential thing is he'll remember me. I'll just press my face against the glass here and he'll recognize me. Hello, Disc Doll, remember me?
How could I forget?
If all else fails, you must impress the disc jockey with the prestige of the company that made your record. Hey, look, Mr. Disc Dawson, baby. What do you say to that?
Only one thing to say.
And that is...
Sick 'em!
Gee, Mr. Know-It-All, are you going to make another hit record?
No, I'm out of the record business.
But isn't that a record you're making there?
Nope, it's a pizza! A one mozzarella coming up! Hello again. Peabody here. All through with your spaghetti, Sherman?
Couldn't take another bite, Mr. Peabody.
Good. Then we're off to Italy.
For more spaghetti?
No, for a meeting with that illustrious Italian adventurer, Casanova. I instructed Sherman to set the Wayback Controls for 1755. Behaving in its customary magnificent fashion, the Wayback Machine took us to the main gate of Italiacatraz prison.
What are we doing here, Mr. Peabody?
We're waiting for Casanova.
Who's he visiting?
Himself. He's been in prison for 10 years.
What for?
For 10 years.
No, I mean on what charge?
Impersonating a Russian spy. Here he comes now. Even as I spoke, the gate opened and out came Casanova. In one hand was a large stone, which he proceeded to hurl through the warden's window.
What did he do that for, Mr. Peabody?
Offhand, I'd say for another 10 years. The guards quickly apprehended him, and he was quickly swallowed up behind the large gray walls. Luckily, it was visiting day, and we were allowed to see him in his cell. Well, Cass, what's going on?
Go away. I'm no need a mouthpiece. I'm very happy where I am.
But, Mr. Casanova, you've got to go home.
Yes, you're supposed to write your memoirs, you know.
Judge, just to give me another 10 years. Hey, ain't that wonderful?
It was hard to understand why the legendary romanticist was ecstatic over being in prison. Then I saw the reason. So did Sherman.
Wow! Look, Mr. Peabody. Female guards.
I wouldn't mind doing 1 to 10 myself.
It's time for your exercise, Cass.
Hot lasagna.
Now, usually a prisoner goes to the exercise yard and plays a little handball, but in this prison it was different. Exercise consisted of 1 hour of cha-cha-cha. Not only that, but dinner consisted of not a tin plate shoved through a slot in the cell door, but a sumptuous banquet in the Escoffier room next to the torture chamber.
Pheasant or squab?
Pizza.
No wonder he doesn't want to leave.
Yes, but he's going to. We wasted no time in seeking out the warden.
Sure, it's all right by me if a Casanova goes home. I've been trying to get rid of him for 15 years.
Then we must make him want to leave.
Don't you worry about that.
The warden had a definite plan in mind. First, he cut out Casanova's cha-cha-cha exercises and sent him to work on the rock pile. But Casanova was more than equal to the occasion. He converted the rocks into beautifully sculptured statues.
Boy, I love my work.
Golly, Mr. Warden, he still doesn't want to leave.
Oh, no? I got a way to make him go.
Attention, convict number 8269, otherwise known as Casanova. You have a visitor in the yard.
Quick to obey, Casanova left his cell and adjourned to the large prison yard.
Now we fix him. I pull this lever that locks all of the cells, and a Casanova can't get it back in. He got to go home.
The wily warden pulled the lever, the cells closed, and indeed Casanova was locked out.
Hey, that's a dirty pool. Let me back in.
Casanova, go home!
It looked as if the warden's plan had succeeded. To celebrate, we accepted the warden's invitation to stay for dinner, and it was during the minestrone that the trouble began.
Quick, Warden, it's a break.
In a matter of minutes, searchlights were flooding the walls, but there was no sign of an escaped prisoner.
That's funny.
Not really. You see, this isn't a break out, it's a break in. Sure enough, a check of the cells revealed that convict number 8269 was back.
Look who's here, Warden. You bad penny.
I give up.
You may, but I don't. Casanova will leave this prison within 60 seconds, or my name isn't...
Mr. Peabody.
Correct. I took the liberty of transferring all of the Italiacatraz guards to another prison. Here come the new ones.
But those ain't the lady guards.
Precisely. The only reason Casanova stays here is because he's surrounded by beautiful women. Watch how he reacts to this.
Hey, Sally, how come you growing a beard?
I ain't a Sally, I'm a Max.
Maxine?
Maximilian.
Maximilian? That's no fair. Let me out of here.
Jail was no longer jail to Casanova. He quickly departed.
Looks like he'll write his memoirs now, right, Mr. Peabody?
Definitely, Sherman. And in his account of his sojourn at this prison, I hope he mentions the warden.
Yeah, the warden's a nice guy.
So nice that he paroled every prisoner in his prison.
And barrels, too.
Barrels, Sherman?
Sure, all those barrels have parole stickers on them.
Well, there's nothing unusual about that. We've all heard of parole out the barrel.
we found out why there has been such an epidemic of stupidity in the United States. It seems that Pennsylvania, that mean little country, has attacked us with a secret weapon called goof gas.
Right. One poof, you're a goof.
Yes, for the past several episodes, Boris Badenov has been shooting goof gas at America's leading smart Alex and whiz kid.
And so, gentlemen, I have devised a totally new compulsive force to launch our missiles.
Yes. What is it?
It's a rubber band.
Ladies and gentlemen, for my first baritone solo this evening, I would like to sing one of my favorite arias from La Sierra d'Amore. Flim, flam, flee. Wanna hold you tight, I wanna hold you. I wanna die, I wanna die, I wanna die.
That's terrible.
It's the horrors of war, Natasha.
But now, at this very moment, our heroes are hot on Boris's trail.
This way, Bullwinkle.
Isn't it, though?
Little realizing that Boris is really lying in wait for them. So as our heroes rounded the corner...
Take that, moose and squirrel.
Hey, that smells good. Say, Rock, that feller squirted us with perfume.
Perfume nothing. I know what that stuff is.
Aha, the answer to the plot.
And what's more, I know who's doing it.
Pray tell all.
I know where I've heard that voice before.
Wowie! I'll take notes.
The villain of this whole show is named...
Yes.
Gee, I forget.
You forget?
Forget what?
You said you forgot something.
Golly, now I even forgot what I forgot.
Well, won't need the old notebook anymore.
And who are you, stranger?
Stranger? Oh, my stars and garters.
Boris, one more second and Squirrel would have said your name.
Yes, it seems a shame, Natasha.
What?
I could use the publicity.
Why didn't goof gas affect Moose?
Because goof gas affects the brain.
And?
No brain, no effect.
It was true. Bullwinkle's built-in stupidity made him the only living creature immune to goof gas.
A lot of good that does me. I don't have anybody to feed me a straight line anymore.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
You see what I mean?
Well, Natasha, we stopped those two busybodies cold. Now on to the hardest part of in this plan.
And that is?
We're going to take Washington.
Darling, that's not hard.
No.
Look at headline.
Boston takes Washington 7-2.
Anybody can take Washington.
Wait till next year. Come on, Natasha.
And the two villains headed off for our nation's capital. A few days later, they were in the Congressional Visitors Gallery listening to the speeches.
Mr. Chairman, I'm against all foreign aid, especially to places like Hawaii and Alaska.
I demand we increase taxes for everybody under 67.
How old are you?
68.
We've got to get the government out of government.
Well, let's go, Natasha.
Go. You're not going to squirt them with goof gas?
It's too late. Somebody beat us to it.
Then where next?
It's going to be big surprise.
Surprise indeed, for the two no-goodniks were headed straight for...
I said it was going to be surprise.
They were headed straight for...
Now, where are we going?
Gee whiz, now I don't know. Anyway, be with us next time for, be with us next time anyway. Gee.